Mambo VP254, and welcome back to another riveting episode of your action-packed sports show. It's Sports Central.
This is your weekly show that guarantees your fix of sports action. So if you're into the tries, if you're into the champions, well, you're definitely in the right place. We're your hosts, Mike Mondo.
And I'm Wanjira Longhour. Mike is absolutely right. What's more, we're connecting you with your favorite personalities and teams. So keep it Sports Central.
Coming up in today's episode,
we're sharing with you highlights from the return leg of the Elgon Cup.
And also it's Fanbassador Rugby Edition as Wanjira takes us behind the scenes of the Elgon Cup.
But we're also hearing from you. Time to share what you've been saying on social media.
But first, in the headlines.
Have you heard? I'm sure you have. Sports Pesa is making waves and history by going global. They've announced a 3-year agreement which they've signed to sponsor Hull City, the first Kenyan brand to ever have such a deal with an English Premier League club.
And the good news is that according to the Tigers website, they're saying that this is the most lucrative sponsorship deal in the club's 112-year history.
Sports Pesa, which is a Kenyan brand and which we are proud of, has gone global, and we are now available at the Premier League, first African company to sponsor our Premier League side, and we'll be visible on the perimeter boards. Sports Pesa will be visible worldwide as a company. We're very proud to be the first African company to sponsor our Premier League side.
No, this is the best sponsorship deal which in the club's history. It's fantastic. It is an African sponsor which is very close to my heart. I myself am from Egypt and also African, so it is very nice to have an African sponsor which is close to my heart. It's a fantastic deal for us. It is over 3 years, the first time we've had a commitment for more than 1 year. So it's a very good deal for the club, and I hope we can build a very good relationship with the company and the Kenyan community also.
I hope this thing gonna bring more African player here in this club, and looking forward for it. I think it's nice to share. People have to share. We need to share with Africa and Europe. When you see all these things happen in the world at the moment, it's very sad, some stuff. So now it's nice to see people all together.
After this first season, they'll be in Nairobi. So during that time, what we'll be doing is finding the best way to select a team that will be able to play the Hull City side in Nairobi.
We have plans to have exhibition games over in Kenya with the first team and with our second team also.
It's going to be nice to see all the English people come in there and enjoy it and share.
Amazingly, the good news didn't end there. Just a few days later, and in the same week, Southampton Football Club also announced that they signed a 3-year agreement with Sports Pesa as their official betting partner.
Today's partnership, and it's a good thing we've been taken around on a tour. The training facilities are very impressive.
Every player has his own individual spot. They've got their safes so they can keep all their valuables in while they go out and train. The lads will have a number of different pairs of boots. You can imagine every player, they need studs, moulds, they need trainers for gym work, they need flip-flops to stop infection when they're showering. So there's always a lot of products in here, a lot of footwear. The lads, when they come in, they'll spend a fair bit of time in here in between double sessions. So if they have a morning session, they'll then have some lunch together up in the canteen where we're based, and then they'll head back down, get changed into a second kit, so a new kit for them, and then obviously take part in the afternoon session.
Since we keep talking about 2022 having to participate in the World Cup, one of the major steps we have to do is take some experience from some of the teams in the Premier League. Southampton is a perfect example. What they've taken us through in terms of player development from a very young age is very impressive. Those are the skills we want to take back to Kenya.
One of the key facets of the partnership was about making sure that we develop Kenyan football. So develop Kenyan football from youth up to a much higher level, to give better quality of coaching, to assist Sports Pesa in delivering that throughout Kenya. And consequently, if we can help Sports Pesa and Kenyan football bring a better quality of football through the Kenyan system, then naturally, in terms of moving into professional football, the Kenyan footballers have a better opportunity and a better chance of being able to make that as a result of being that slightly higher quality of player.
That's what we want to bring back into Kenyan football, to show that with proper management, proper planning, proper training, we can achieve so much.
Well, from international football to grassroots football, as Extreme Sports signed a 7 million Kenya shilling deal with FKF Mombasa, well, this deal will transform that league into the Super 8 Mombasa Premier League.
Mr. Hussein Mohammed, the CEO of Extreme Sports, said that they are very excited to be making inroads in the county of Mombasa and that they are keen on using what they've learned from running the Sports Pesa Super 8 League in Nairobi.
Hizi fedha zitaenda kwa mambo ya marketing, mambo ya referees, udhamini wa prizes na kadhalika.
Udhamini huno ni udhamini mkubwa sana, na kwetu sisi utakuwa ni afueni kwa timu zetu za Mombasa, na nina imani ya kwamba wale walioacha mpira wengi watarudi wakijua ya kwamba mpira sasa hivi una nafuu na ni zawadi nono sana zitatolewa katika washindi.
The Kenya Rugby Union grounds played host to the return leg of the Elgon Cup, with a Kenya 15 side that was wary of challenging a Uganda side that was looking to correct past mistakes from an earlier fixture.
Building on their impressive away game record, the team was psyched to come out and really give a full-on display for their many fans who came to show up and support.
The stage was set for the return leg of the 2016 Elgon Cup, as old rivals Kenya and Uganda were psyched to lock horns in the highly anticipated fixture. The Kenya Rugby Union grounds was packed to capacity as lots of fans turned up to rally behind the home team that had made headlines playing away. The game kicked off to a blistering pace with 2 early tries from Kenya. This was followed by a swift response from Uganda. Darwin Bukitsa's boot would prove devastating, piling up crucial points as the game played out to a final score of 45-24 in favor of Kenya.
now, I'm about to talk to Richard Omwela, who is the chairman of the Kenya Rugby Union. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
How's this moment feeling?
It's great. Feels good. A win is always good, but this one is special.
They give us a run for our money because if you look at the first leg when we played the first half, we took a lot of points, but this time around already in the first half, it took us time to go sit and talk at the changing room and tell each other we need to relax because playing at home, you have so much pressure. We have 45 million people plus that we are thinking about. We have our fans here, our loyal fans who are here, that we have to really impress them as well.
You cannot be happy with the loss. Even if people are saying we played well, the fact is we lost the game, and we know we could have done better. We know what we should have done to win the game, and we'll surely work on those areas where we fell short.
Most of the breakdowns were lagging back in the backgrounds, and we gave out so many penalties which costed the team. So I think if we can work on our breakdown situation, I think we'll be a very good team going forward.
Wanjira, how about that Elgon Cup 2016 trophy confirmed?
I am so impressed, but I expected nothing less. Of course, these guys are really reigning supreme. Kenya Rugby to stay. Hong Kong is up next.
Yep, and I'm already looking forward to that fixture against Hong Kong. Well, kama kawaida, Sports Central, you can depend on us to take you to the game and beyond, to behind-the-scenes training.
Now, we're going to take a quick break here on Sports Central, but don't go anywhere. Coming up next is the Fan Ambassador Rugby Edition. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Sports Central. This is the show that gives you your weekly fix of sports action.
Ushasema Wanjira, Ushasema, and speaking of fix, well, Sports Central welcomes you to be our fan ambassador, hosting us to training sessions or even tournaments of your favorite teams.
And speaking of fan ambassadors, Mike couldn't be more right. Who better to tell you than me? I was at the Elgon Cup. Here's how it all went down. I'm here with some fans who are very excited about the game. After its conclusion, how do you feel about everything that you watched play out on the field?
The game was superb. Although in the first half, the Ugandans were really running the game. At some point towards the end, our backs were really struggling towards the end. Although the game was superb, second half, our backs managed to get behind the game. There were some good kick and unders. And it was superb.
This is the best crowd ever. Even Kenyans are not singing. But all in all, we know we came to win and we're going to win.
From the fans, we've had a blast. The boys are going to do it.
So happy because this is the first time Sports Pesa is on the shirt. It would have been such a tragedy if we lost the game today. I don't know too much about rugby, but the technical bench are telling me they were not scared. They were not scared at all. So we are happy we won.
How do you feel right now about watching them win, especially after last year's loss?
Getting a win, especially at home, you feel so very important.
These are the prized fans from Uganda who didn't get to see their victory today, so we're dying to hear about them and what they have to say.
Team Uganda will always support to the death.
I could be smiling, but you know what the score was, all right? But anyway, all I can say is we're still here. You guys can keep the mountain for now, but we're coming for the mountain. We are coming for the mountain. The hashtag Tulimaje in Uganda, it means we're an army. We're an army. So we got this. I mean, it might not have gone the way we expected, but it was cool, though. It was cool. The boys did really well. The boys played so well.
It's great. Kenya always wins.
Dun, 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 dun. We stand for God and for His glory. Says Tuko, squeeze.
Thank you so much for that ever entertaining chant. We're going to talk to more fans about what they're going to be up to now. The after party's about to go down. And with two more fans from Kenya who are going to let us know exactly how they're feeling about the game's win. Gentlemen,
It was a fantastic game. I mean, like the tackles, amazing on both sides. Great plays by, I think, Uganda and Kenya. It was great energy from both sides.
What in particular did you really like, or which player really spoke to you?
The Ugandan fullback, number 15. He scored 3 tries, the second of which should be on YouTube everywhere tomorrow because it was sublime. I want to watch it again.
You've heard it from the mouths of chairmen, CEOs, MVPs, captains, and babes. It was a really fantastic game, and we watched everything that went down and really appreciated what both sides brought to the table. Even though Kenya ended up victorious, I must say, I take my hat off to Uganda as well. Keep it Sports Central.
Well, Wanjira, beautiful stuff right there. I have to admit it, I enjoyed myself. Fantastic things going down behind the scenes.
I can't even tell you how much fun that I had, Mike. But what I can tell you about is who I have next to me in studio. And welcome to Studio, Pedro. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So Pedro is a freestyle footballer, and he's going to share with us some of his incredible experiences about the art, as well as, let us get to know a little bit about him. What age were you when you started freestyle football?
I started freestyling 6 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, 6 years of age. And what made you decide that, you want to be a freestyle footballer as opposed to just being a normal footballer?
Because freestyle is enjoying, because it's beautiful, and what you do makes people feel happy.
Do you do this once a week, twice a week? How often do you train, and how often did you start training from when you began?
Every day I train 6 hours per day so that I can get the balance which I need.
Wow.
Wait, so you do this 7 days a week?
Yeah.
And 6 hours a day?
Yeah.
Have you been doing that since 13 years ago?
Yeah, since 13 years
So
ago.
for 13 years, you've had the dedication and strength.
Yeah.
What about when you go on vacation? I don't believe you.
First, in freestyle, you have to dedicate yourself to do the skills because they are not easy.
Yeah, it's very demanding.
So you need to dedicate yourself, and you have a schedule so that you can train more to gain more.
Because you do it 6 hours a day and you're doing it absolutely every day. So take us through your training session. What are some of the things that you do in those 6 hours?
In 6 hours, I just focus in one skill so that I can gain. Then I add another one for another day.
Why do you do it?
I do freestyle for a living. I do it in a street so that I can gain a living.
Okay.
So you get paid for this?
I get paid for the freestyle which I'm doing.
Professionally, or because people pay you in the street?
Professionally.
Wow.
Yeah.
So who do you work with currently?
Right now I'm not working with anyone. I just do on street because I've not been involved in any organization right now. But once I'll be involved, you'll see me there.
And do you know of any international tournaments or places that you can go to compete in the world?
Yeah, there is a Red Bull freestyle football and Super Bowl freestyle.
Who's your favorite freestyle footballer?
Andrew Henderson.
Okay, and why?
Because he's the champion in Red Bull freestyle and Super Bowl freestyle.
Wow, so both?
Yeah, both.
Can you show us a little something that you can do?
Yeah, kind.
Okay, fantastic. Let's see what you're made of.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's so cool. Oh, wow. There you go. Well, Pedro, thank you so much for coming through, and we look forward to seeing you in future tournaments, right? Well, stay right here as Wanjira keeps trying to pull off what Pedro does best. We'll be right back after this.
I love what I saw from Pedro there. Now, before we wrap up the show, we need to show some love to our tweeps. Here's what you're saying.
And we start with sponsor Mtarajiwa. You're saying you absolutely love the content and that we should keep it 100% Kenyan.
Fine, fair enough, will do. Also, we have a tweet from Elijah Kama, who says, very excited to see Zlatan Ibrahimovic playing for Man U this season. Mike?
Yep.
Dare I ask you who you support in the English Premier League?
Manchester United.
You look like a Man U fan.
Of course. Zlatan Ibrahimovic there. Why should I not support United?
Fair enough.
And of course, we cannot wrap it up before we take a look at Team Mafisi. We have to rep you guys. And Sydney Kipropio saying you love the host. And of course, the content on the show. I'm sure he's not talking about me when he says the host, by the way. Anyway, as always, we love to hear from you. So if you do have anything interesting that's sports related, that's funny, it could be memes, it could be sports videos, go ahead, hit us up on social media.
We'd also love to hang with you. So if you invite us for a hangout, we're in. Moreover, if there's something that you're dying to see on the show, let us know exactly what it is and we'll go ahead and slot it in. I'll show you how much love we have for you. The best answer is going to win that person merchandise from a team that's either on the Sports Pesa Premier League or on the Sports Pesa Super 8 Premier League. Until then, though,
keep it Sports Central.